Going live in 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, Talk with Tanya, Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for popping in and listening to this live or this recorded. So as promised, what I'll be covering today is talking about, of course, the benefits of exercise, and also how that affects us as women, our hormones. All right, got my little notes here. I want to make sure that I don't forget anything because I'm going to I'm going to talk definitely everything in non-scientific terms so that it's a lot easier for you to understand, okay? If you want to go to the scientific stuff, you can, but I'm going to refrain from that. So, of course, you already know there's so many benefits of exercise, right? Not only that, but it's one of the best things you can do for your overall mindset as well. So, of course, it's been proven, scientifically proven, that exercise does decrease the incidence of certain cancers, specifically breast cancer and colon cancer. It, of course, improves your body composition because as you're exercising, especially at higher levels, you're burning any stored fat mass that you have, and therefore as your fat mass comes down, your body composition or the numbers on that, it lowers it. Of course, it reduces and lowers any high blood pressure if you're possibly suffering from that. It'll lower your blood pressure as well. And we know when you have a good workout, even moving your body like 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes a day, it just reduces stress, and you feel so much better afterwards. It's like this old stagnant energy that's in there. When you exercise, that old stagnant energy is burnt off, it reduces your stress level, and it's also known to help with anxiety and depression. All right. They actually did a study where they took women aged 40 to 70, and, they were premenopausal, postmenopausal, and in menopausal stages. And it was a 12-week study. And what happened is they had these women exercise 3 times a week for 35 to 45 minutes. And they had them exercise at different intensity levels. And what they found in these 12 weeks, so that's like 3 months, right? What they found is, and I mentioned this before, the body fat mass or body composition decreased by 3 to 5%, okay? Their oxygen levels went up. So do you ever climb stairs and you're like out of breath when you get there, or go up and down, you're out of breath? Well, by exercising, these women they were no longer out of breath because the oxygen level in their blood increased, which means you can exert yourself, you can go further longer and not be out of breath so fast to get to that point of like, oh, I'm done. It's going to take a lot longer, which is a real key benefit, right? The blood sugar levels decreased as well in this 12-week study. And of course, as you're using weights, doing resistant exercises, doing like all these other exercises, that your muscle increased, that muscle mass, and therefore that muscle mass, it replaced the fat body mass. So that was a positive thing. And of course, insulin sensitivity, which causes type 2 diabetes, that also increased. So that positive insulin sensitivity, it increased, which means type 2 diabetes decreases. So let you sink that in. I'm going to get a sip of my tea here. All right. As you go live, right? Or even if you've been talking in places, you get a dry throat. So you know how I talked about type 2 diabetes? I want you to think about, your neighbors, your coworkers. Believe it or not, 1 in 3 people now, let's say women, 90% of those people do not even know they're in pre-diabetic. And when you're pre-diabetic, and what that means is for type 2 diabetes, again, we talk about insulin sensitivities, the sedentary lifestyle, really poor eating habits, not moving your body. Those are key things that cause type 2 diabetes. And right, it is preventable. So again, 1 out of 3 people, and this could possibly you, 90% of those people do not even realize it and know that they are pre-diabetic. Pre-diabetic leads to type 2 diabetes, okay? And if these 1 in 3 people that are 90% pre-diabetic do not do anything to prevent type 2 diabetes coming, within 5 years, you are going to be now type 2 diabetic. There's so many ways you can prevent it, right? See, so I'm going to give you the steps now in 8% way of preventing type 2 diabetes, okay? One thing too that I want to point out that I forgot to mention is that, we never used to hear of women have cardiovascular disease, right? And it is on the rise, believe it or not. Every 90 seconds, so again, we have that 90 number. Every 90 seconds, a woman has a heart attack. It's kind of scary, right? Women thought before there's no way, but now every 90 seconds, a woman has a heart attack. 50% of those women die from their first heart attack. 46% of those women become disabled in some way. So let that sink in, okay? So how are you going to prevent becoming type 2 diabetes? How are you going to get out of that 1 to 3% that could possibly get type 2 diabetes? All right, I'm going to list them off here, okay? 5 simple things. Exercise, 30 minutes a day, okay? Maybe you're saying, Tanya, I don't have 30 minutes a day. Then just move your body at least 20 minutes a day. Something is better than nothing, right? So exercise every day, whether you do a workout, whether you go for a walk then, these other days, all it takes is 30 minutes. I mean, how many times do you sit in front of a TV or sit in front of your computer or your iPad, your mobile, and you're just browsing and doing Facebook, and more than half an hour has gone away, right? Take that half an hour and do something for yourself that is good for your mind and your body, which is exercise. If you smoke, stop smoking, okay? Sleep. I've talked about this in the past, but getting, 7, and maybe you're saying 7 hours, okay, 6 to 8 hours sleep, and I'm talking good quality sleep, okay? Sleep is so important for your health, your wellness, and preventing type 2 diabetes, preventing heart attacks, okay? And again, preventable heart attacks, again, and preventable type 2 diabetes, go over that again, was exercise, stop smoking, sleep. Here we go, the next one. Reduce stress. Sleep, exercise reduces stress, right? When you have stress, you can't sleep well, your cortisol levels go out. It's kind of like that fight and flight mode, okay? And if you suffer by any chance depression, anxiety, please seek help, okay? Of course, exercise, they already know when you exercise, the levels of anxiety and depression stop. I mean, I've had clients who, women clients who have been on, I'm tongue-tied here, depression, antidepressant medication, 5-10 years. We started doing a workout together. I got them on a program. I worked with them one-on-one, whether it be online in their home. Guess what? They are on no more antidepressant pills. I mean, how rewarding is that, right? Oh. Now, remember when I talked about stress levels and cortisol? So sleep, reducing stress, that exercise which will decrease the body fat mass, replacing it, muscle mass will replace it. So decrease body fat, sleep, and of course reduce stress will change the cortisone, right? If you have too much cortisone in your body, or it's really leveled up high, what happens is, do you suffer from, or people I shouldn't say suffer, but the body fat mass that's in your body, do you have it sitting around your middle and your abdominal area, your stomach area? Yes? All right. This vascular fat that sits around your abdominal area, it is such a key thing that causes heart attacks and type 2 diabetes. So if that's where you carry a lot of the fat deposits, then chance like the heart rates go up, type 2 diabetes go up, because the cortisol levels have risen, and that's where it tends to deposit the fat cells, is in that middle area. All right. Again, highlight what interventions you can do, okay, is resistant exercise, aerobic exercise, mind and body exercise, so the wellness exercises. Other things that also need to be included is a healthy work environment, because when your work environment is not healthy, you become stressed, you can feel the negativity, it burns you out, it brings you down, you despise going to work, you don't have a good night's sleep because, you're thinking, oh my God, I got to go to work tomorrow and this and that and that. So that unhealthy work environment is not good for your health, okay? And your living environment, right? Do you have a lot of clutter in your house and it doesn't need to be there and you don't know why? Get rid of it. It's amazing how, it's springtime. It's a good time to do it. It's amazing how when you get rid of that clutter, how it feels like this weight has lifted off your shoulders, right? I mean, have you ever done that? Grab some boxes and, gone through drawers or gone through closet and like, when's the last time I used this, right? I don't think, oh, maybe I will. I mean, if you haven't used it, in a year, and let's say a year, it's kind of hard for you to think, well, if I hadn't used it in a year, maybe I'll use it down the road. So if that's too hard to imagine, so if you have not used something for a year to 2 years, what's going to make you use it? Like, you haven't used it. It's no good. Get rid of it, right? Declutter your house, your living environment, your apartment, whatnot. Declutter it that way. Clothes that are hiding in the back of your closet. So I'll wear this again. I'll wear this again. I'll wear this again. Get rid of it, right? It's hanging there for how many years? Get rid of it, okay? Because when you start taking care of yourself and you get rid of those negative things, you're going to want something new and refreshing. If you work out, you're going to notice that your clothes are going to fit different because they're loose. You're getting tone and trim, and you're going to want to reward yourself, quite possibly with a new outfit. So, are you sitting all day? Notice how I'm standing. If you sit all day, that adds to your sedentary lifestyle, right? You're sitting at home, you get in your car or any kind of transportation to get you to work or to get you where you're going, and you're sitting in, your vehicle or, again, transportation, you're sitting. You get to work or you get to visiting or wherever you are, you're sitting again. And then to get back home, you're sitting again. When have you stood up? Guaranteed you're sitting more than you are standing. So move around. What I do is, of course, I sit on a stability ball when I'm at, my desk doing work on my computer. But then I get up, when I answer the phone, I get up. When, I've sat too long, then I will get up and put my computer on something high and work that way. So you're not sitting every half an hour. Just get up, quick, relax things, shake all the dust bunnies off of you, get re-energized, and move your body. All right? There's so many positive things you can do. Let me get a drink while all that sinks in. Okay. Another few important things I want to mention. Another study. It's always good to I find if talking about science, something scientific, it's always great to have the studies kind of back things up. They did a 16-year study that just came into conclusion. This is 2017. So in the end of 2015, they concluded the 16-year study. 45,000 women. Okay, and this is what some numbers happened in the 16-year study. They looked at, their lifestyles. If during the 16 years, some women had passed away. I feel this sneeze coming on, so I'm going to apologize now when I go to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. One more? No. So the women that during the 16-year study passed away or from deaths, 751 of those was through cardiovascular disease, so heart attacks. Okay, and these were preventable, could have been preventable. They already knew that. Once they looked at this, it's like, okay, because of their lifestyle, because they didn't move, because they lived a sedentary lifestyle, extreme stress. Those 751 deaths could have been prevented. Do you ever have after you sneeze, you're all stuffed up? 1,748 women also died of cancer. Most of those were breast cancer. Some of those are colon cancer. And we know that, cancer, sometimes people can be the healthiest and the most fit and eat healthy and do everything well, but they still get cancer. But they, at the same time, they know, again, if you're the abdominal, where you carry your fat in the abdominal area, and all those other factors I talked about earlier, the cancer can be preventable. They have known this through years and years of studies, okay? And when, I talked about the waist, where the fat sits there, the abdominal, what happens is, in a non-scientific way, the bigger your fat cells are, specifically in that area of your body, what happens is these fat cells release fatty acids into your blood. So when you think of fatty acids, think of a drain, okay? Water goes down the drain. When your drain is plugged, what happens to that water? It stops, it gets plugged, it gets backed up, can't go anywhere. Your sink fills up, and it's an awful mess, right? Think of your heart, your arteries the same way. These fatty acids that come from bigger fat cells, or fat cells, they're moving through your body because they're in your blood. All of a sudden, they are starting to clog up those arteries. Blood can no longer move. When we're, looking at your heart, little heart attacks, main heart attacks, the ones where people die on the spot, right? Their main valves in their heart are so plugged up by these fatty deposits that were traveling through the blood, stop to the heart. The blood can no longer move. The heart's working as hard as it can to get that blood moving, but no blood supply is coming in. Bang, heart attack. So that's a simplified way of doing it, right? Or explaining it. So again, I talked about what you can do, right? De-stress, exercise, eat healthier. Those unhealthy work environments, that unhealthy living environment. You need to do something, okay? And, it starts with baby steps. I mean, if it's too hard for you to change, your work environment or your living environment right now, when you exercise, when you eat healthier, when you de-stress, that is such a huge step that you can do. If you have an unhealthy work environment and you don't have a choice, you have to be there, just do something on your lunch hour to get that de-stress out of you. Go for a power walk. If people are natter chattering around you, just leave that. Sometimes if we go to lunchroom or people are sitting at their desk and people are just talking negative about each other, just get up and leave and don't be part of that conversation. That is so unhealthy for you. Okay, remove yourself. There's so many things you can do for that, right? Now, I did mention as well, I'm going to talk about hormones, specifically women's hormones. And I'm just looking at the time because I know I don't like going past 20 minutes and I'm there. So I'll be another few minutes, okay? What happens when we get premenopausal is our metabolism slows down. It's just something, you know, it happens actually as part of aging. Things, cells slow down, some cells die, and your metabolism slows down as well, right? So think of your metabolism as your furnace. It burns things. So what you consume, the younger you are, the more you can burn it off. And the older you are, the harder it is to burn off what you have consumed, okay? Your estrogen, progesterone levels, they change as well. They start to drop, okay? What you need to realize is estrogen, progesterone, they control these three main things, okay? They control your cholesterol levels. They control your adrenaline glands, so that fight and flight. And again, I mentioned this before, they regulate where the fat that you consume, where it is deposited, of course, into mainly your abdominal area, right? So, fun thing as we get older. Now, something that you can do when you exercise is really challenge yourself, right? Let's say you're at a gym and you work on or walk on a treadmill, you know, a half an hour, and you're not sweating, and you could just talk and sing and have a normal conversation. Yes, it's great to talk, but there's no challenge there for you. Power it up, right? So this 45 minutes, the 60 minutes you spend on the treadmill, and it was like a walk in the park, you're not sweating. If you powered up your walk, think of it, less time working out, but more positive things are going to happen to your body, okay? So instead of that casual walk, you know, you spend an hour in your gym and you're frustrated because you're not seeing anything change in your body, and it's like, why should I bother going? Power your workout up. 20 minutes, power walk, you're sweating, your heart rate is up. Guess what? You have now released all these positive hormones called, I'm going to read it so I don't say it wrong, epinephrine, okay? What those positive hormones are, it starts burning those fat deposits and releases it. So those fat deposits no longer attached to your body. They're being released. You're sweating them out. You're going to, get them out in so many ways. Going to exit your body. So now you've spent less time at the gym, at home, wherever your workout you're doing it, in a fitness class. You've ramped up your workout, 20 minutes, half an hour, full body sweat. You have so many more benefits. Again, you're sweating, you're toning up your muscles. That muscle is getting toned, and you're now replacing that fat mass in your body. Okay. Now, two last things when I talked about sedentary lifestyle. Believe it or not, it shortens your lifespan, right? Because you're not moving, your body's just getting old and crumbled. Of course, metabolic disease, type 2 diabetes goes up. I talked about that already. Cardiovascular disease, I mentioned that. That raises up as well if you have a sedentary lifestyle, right? Not moving as well. If you move every day, believe it or not, you will burn 447 kcals per day. Like, who doesn't want that, right? You will have less back pain because you're not sitting anymore where you're putting the pressure on your back. You're getting up. So decrease in back pain. Not only will you increase your energy levels, you're going to sleep better. You're going to have less body stiffness because you got the blood moving. Your whole body just feeling loose and getting limbered up. Shoulders will be less painful because they're going to drop. Your elbows will no longer be in pain anymore, and same with your wrists. Because when you're sitting down, right, like when you're at the desk, you're like, what, like this all day, okay? You're moving up, your arms are going to be actually straightened out and not crunched up. Your shoulders are going to be back and down. Get rid of that sedentary lifestyle, okay? No more, no more, no more, no more. And the last part, the benefit, of course, is exercise. I want to finish off with that. Again, when you exercise, you are going to decrease, again, 3-5% beginning with and up higher when you start in exercising. When you exercise, each workout, you're burning 5% more body fat. So, let's say 5 days a week, 5% a day, like up to, you're burning like 25, I'll say percent per week then. Like that's amazing, right? And you need to really, you can't do the same thing all the time because you need to challenge your body. You need to, change it all the time. So your workouts, could be low to moderate one day, long duration exercise the other day, resistant exercise the other day, interval training. Keep that, that blood flows and it keeps your body guessing. And, that's what's so great about what the ladies tell me with the shape shift session fitness classes I do, because I make them so specifically, I design them specifically for premenopausal women. And even if you're not premenopausal, they're specifically designed for women, our bodies, our capabilities. And no two workouts are the same. Tuesday we'll do one workout, Thursday we'll do another one, and they're always different this way. Your body's being challenged. And, these specific exercise you do will meet those important things. We as women, our hormones, what they need. So I'd love to see you come out for a free week of classes and experience yourself how much better you're going to sleep that night, even after one class, right? How you're next day you're going to say, oh, I didn't know I had these muscles, and wow, it feels nice to be aware of them. And of course, if you can't make it to my fitness classes, we can always work one-on-one, whether it be online or I come into your home. If there's any kind of tips you're looking for, helpful tips, please never ever hesitate to contact me. I love to get you unstuck, moving forward. I do not want you, and you do not want to be one of those 1 out of 3 women who are unaware that you're pre-diabetic. You do not want to end up getting type 2 diabetes. You know it's preventable. You know it's important, taking care of yourself for longevity. If you're a mom, possibly you're hoping to be a grandma one day, or Oma, or grandmama, or Nana. You want to be able to play with your grandkids, okay? You want to be able to move. I mean, as our kids get older, I'm so happy that we are active and we take care of ourselves, myself and husband, because we are able to keep up with our kids. And we're hoping, one day become grandparents, who knows, but to be able to enjoy playing with our grandkids and having fun and just living life to the full. And when I say loving life to the full, I love life and I want to enjoy life. I want to be able to get out there and do things. And, not only, and that enjoyment comes from having such a positive mindset. And of course, exercise creates that. Getting outside creates those things. So I've been half an hour and I said I wanted to stop for sure by half an hour. So if you liked anything I mentioned in this live, or of course the recording, please hit the like button. Go thumbs up, hearts, whatnot as you are watching it. You found something helpful? Did you find something helpful, or more than one thing's helpful? Then hit the share button below, because then someone in your world will also benefit from what you are sharing with them, okay? If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, you can subscribe to my channel so you're never missing any of my live chats or my Monday motivational talks. And finally, comment below what your thoughts are on my chat today. All right? Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, you can contact me at Tanya, Tanya, at bodybusiness.ca. You can call or text me at 226-749-3982. And that's about it. Have a great day. Get outside. Have an awesome weekend. Do something for yourself, for your health, your overall mindset. Get something positive moving. All right? Take care. Bye. See you next Friday, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Right here. Same place, same time. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.